Orlando with Alachua County. I think this is the first time I'll be watching these guys on the course. To me, as a West Coaster, the name doesn't sound familiar, but that won't stop these guys from getting out there and doing what they need to do to score the best that they can, which is a combination of style points, basically, not getting any penalties as they work their way throughout the course, and then also time. So on average, we've seen about a 12-minute time to clear the course today. So the goal, obviously, being rapid intervention, is to find the victim as quickly as possible. So a Mayday call is going on the radio right now. Their time will officially start once they make contact with the door. So time is rolling. Decent time getting through. Seatbelt stopped as the top of his pack made contact with one of the cross members there. Team 2 working their way on the exterior of the course here, securing utilities, softening the structure. And as we see Alachua Team 1 working through the course here. Looks like they're opting to stay a little bit loose at the top straps of their pack to reduce their vertical profile there. We'll check in with them. As Team 1 works their way through the rafter prop. Coming up on basically a 10-foot section of tubing that's 16 inches, which reduces the profile to the point where they do have to take their pack off. It would be physically impossible. Some of these traditional helmets aren't even clearing vertically into this tube. So to give you an idea of just outside of those. Attempting to communicate, but something that the judges might be paying attention to is both team members need to clear the set of obstacles. So what looked like one was still within the rafter prop while the other was making their way through the next obstacle, which could potentially lead to penalties for Alachua here. The lights are coming on in the convention center. They're getting ready to open for the day. We've been here since 7:30 this morning, and our first team started running. Got 26 teams, I believe, to get through today. So but we are making good progress here in Orlando, Florida. One of the other components that they're graded on is communication. You can see Alachua breathing heavy as they push through this course. The speed, but obviously that speed is more cardio. Great technique there, maintaining contact with your tool by keeping it between your legs. They are graded on losing their tools or maintaining contact. So once they found the firefighter, it looks like Team 2 has been activated by IC. Also coming into the course with some speed here. So one of the cool things about how this course is running is Command is conducting some radio communications. Obviously, we don't have enough players in the game to conduct it like real life, but because they try to make it as realistic as possible, they're following their SOPs and guidelines on a RIT activation once they actually do find a firefighter. So I did overhear them say they'd request another RIT team to be on standby. An additional rescue was requested. An additional engine was requested. So the cool thing is departments can play it out exactly the way that they would play it out in real life, the way that they train. So we aren't building training scars, because that's the last thing that I know anybody in the Frog Group and anybody at BA Shields wants to do is instill some sort of a training scar that when they're truly stressed out and this is happening for real, you're following those training scars rather than the adequate training that's been built up. So everything has its reason and practicality on the course today, including sounding the floor to clear a prop. So they're doing an air check because they're using BA Shields, our smoked out series, to limit their visibility, to give it that smoke-like appearance, even though we're able to see here. They're not able to see what their remote gauges are displaying. So the judges are giving them those updates as they request them. So clear, concise radio communication. So now they need to get the victim out. Alachua County opting to take the victim out first. Beautiful. Is this from fast? So team 1 really needs to conserve their air. They flew through that course breathing pretty heavy. If I was a betting man, I would say that there's going to be a vibro alert that'll activate before they get out of the course, which then needs to be addressed as well. Team 2 is doing most of the physical work right now. And then leading to diminishing clearance the way that they came in. So simulating that breaching through a wall with studs. But good communication with the team members. Here we go.
Grab that.
So one of the things they can't use is the rafters as a ladder. A little bit of a jam up here at the drywall breach. And there's that fiber alert or low air alarm. So they have a few seconds to determine what they want to do, but they're going to have to address that air if they can't move. Or they're going to take the penalty. But it looks like they are free. That's the second low air alarm, so both members of Team 1 are in low air, which with these newer packs is 33% of that 45-minute bottle. We're technically, I think, close to 11 minutes into our evolution, so it gives you an idea of how much air they're actually breathing. And they're going to opt to just get out as soon as possible, which is a fair way to think about it. So victims out. There's 2. Uh-oh. Not sure what happened there. He just prior to jumping out, it looked like he had accidentally maybe shut off his bottle as that vibro alert or the low air alarm ended up deactivating. There was a moment of panic, and he realized, I'm close to the window, I'm just going to jump. So, well played, using your head in those critical minutes. That's really what matters. So now they're going to go back. They're going to regroup, take a breath, get some water, and debrief with this group of instructors who's not only here to rate and judge, but to also evaluate and educate as teams go throughout the course today and make sure that we're following all the proper safety rules, because training sucks if somebody gets hurt. We get it. But at the same time, we play hard. So as the crew resets the course, We'll pause here and we'll be back with the next team.